What if I told you that every single bite you take this morning could be silently sabotaging your circulation and putting your health on the line? It sounds dramatic, but the reality is even more shocking. In the United States alone, nearly 900,000 people die each year from complications tied directly to poor blood flow. That's one life lost every 36 seconds, and yet most of us continue to eat the very same foods that starve our arteries of the oxygen and nutrients they desperately need. Imagine your arteries as highways delivering life-sustaining oxygen to every cell in your body. Now imagine those highways clogged, narrowed, and damaged by everyday meals you might be eating right now. Today I'm going to reveal the top 3 circulation killers that hide in plain sight on supermarket shelves and in your favorite takeout dishes. You're about to discover why skipping that seemingly harmless pastry or grabbing that quick can of soda isn't just a waistline decision, it's a decision that could determine how long and how well you live. But before we dive in, let me ask you this. Have you ever felt that inexplicable fatigue mid-afternoon, as if your energy simply runs out? Or noticed a persistent chill in your hands and feet, even when the room feels comfortably warm? Those are your body's warning signals, early distress calls from your circulatory system. And if you're brushing them off as just getting older, you're missing the critical window when simple changes can turn the tide. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through each of these hidden dietary villains, explain the science behind how they constrict and damage your blood vessels, and show you what to look for the next time you read a nutrition label. No complicated medical jargon, no endless research papers, just clear, practical insights you can act on immediately. By the end of this video, you'll not only know exactly which 3 foods are stealth attacking your arteries, but you'll also understand why they've been allowed into so many of our daily diets in the first place. You'll see how big food manufacturers bury harmful ingredients under innocent-sounding names, and why your trusted healthy snack bar might be worse for your circulation than a greasy fast food burger. And if you stick around until the very end, I'll share the one natural supplement I recommend to every single patient who walks through my door, a simple addition that turbocharges your body's own circulation mechanisms and helps restore that youthful, vibrant flow of blood you've been missing. So if you're ready to stop unknowingly choking off your body's lifeline, stay with me. Let's uncover the 3 circulation killers you're eating every day and take the first step toward reclaiming your energy, your health, and your future. I'm Dr. Henry, a men's health specialist with over 20 years of clinical experience, helping thousands of patients regain their vitality and strength. Early in my career, I worked in a vascular clinic where I saw firsthand how poor diet choices stole not just health, but quality of life. I met John, a once vibrant father of 3 who complained of constant brain fog and cold hands so severe he struggled to hold his morning coffee mug. He was convinced it was just part of getting older. But here's the truth. John's symptoms weren't inevitable. They were a direct result of the hidden circulation killers he consumed every single day. After we identified and eliminated those stealth ingredients from his diet and made some simple tweaks to support his blood vessels, his energy returned, his focus sharpened, and his hands warmed up within just a few weeks. If you've ever felt that same creeping fatigue or ignored those little warning signs, numb toes, restless legs at night, or that mid-afternoon slump, you're not alone. I've been there too, both as a clinician and honestly as a patient. Early in my own career, I battled relentless exhaustion despite eating what I thought was a balanced diet. It wasn't until I learned to spot the disguised culprits that my circulation and my career truly took off. Today, I'm here to share that hard-earned knowledge with you because no one should have to settle for a life half-lived when simple changes can unlock the full potential of your body's circulatory system. Let's keep moving. Here's exactly what we'll cover in the next few minutes. First, I'll expose the top 3 hidden dietary offenders, the foods quietly eroding your arterial health day after day. You'll learn where these culprits hide, how they damage your vessel walls, and the tricks manufacturers use to keep you in the dark. Next, we'll dive into the science of circulation, how your arteries should function, why nitric oxide is the superhero molecule behind smooth blood flow, and what happens when that system breaks down. Then I'll arm you with 5 simple lifestyle tweaks you can implement immediately. No expensive gadgets or crazy workouts required. These are practical swaps and habits that support healthy vessels and optimize your body's natural repair mechanisms. After that, I'll introduce you to my go-to supplement, Nitric Boost, and explain exactly how and why it works to turbocharge your circulation from the inside out. And finally, I'll wrap up with real-life success stories and a bonus 7-day challenge to kickstart your circulation reset. By the end, you'll have a clear, actionable roadmap to reclaiming energy, warmth, and overall vitality starting right now. Let's dive in. Circulation killer, hidden trans fats. Hidden trans fats are dietary landmines, chemically altered oils that manufacturers use to extend shelf life and texture while stealthily sabotaging your arteries. Here's how they work. Trans fats form when liquid vegetable oils are hydrogenated, turning them into solid fats. This process creates unstable molecules that once in your bloodstream trigger inflammation, stiffen artery walls, and actually lower your levels of HDL, good cholesterol. The result, blood vessels that should flex and expand become rigid and narrow, forcing your heart to pump harder just to circulate the same amount of blood. You might think you've cut out all the junk, but trans fats still lurk in everyday favorites. Think flaky pastries, those mass-produced croissants and danishes that promise golden layers with zero effort on your part. Those irresistible boxed donuts you keep on the pantry shelf loaded. Even some buttery microwave popcorns and fast food fries contain a hidden dose. Watch me demonstrate. Scan the ingredients list on a packaged snack bar. You'll see terms like partially hydrogenated oil or hydrogenated vegetable shortening. Those are code for trans fats, ingredients that directly attack your circulatory health every time you take a bite. But here's the real kicker: foods labeled 0 grams. Trans fat per serving can still contain up to 0.5 grams per portion. One serving might be tiny, but if you snack throughout the day, it adds up quickly. 2 or 3 servings and you've unknowingly consumed enough to start clogging your arteries. Inside your body, those trans fat molecules integrate into your cell membranes, stiffening the very structure of your vascular walls. Instead of smooth, pliable highways, your vessels become cracked, inflamed tunnels. Your endothelial cells, the ones responsible for producing nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels, get damaged. With fewer healthy cells, your circulation slows, and oxygen struggles to reach your heart, brain, and extremities. You'll feel the early warning signs: persistent fatigue, the mid-afternoon slump that no cup of coffee can fix, or that nagging chill in your fingertips and toes, even on a warm day. These aren't normal aches of aging. They're distress signals from your vessels saying, "We can't keep up under this constant assault." Over the next sections, we'll uncover how you can spot and eliminate these hidden trans fats for good. But first, keep this in mind: every time you choose a food without partially hydrogenated oils, you give your arteries a chance to heal and regain flexibility. Stay with me, because up next is another everyday offender that's just as sneaky: refined sugars and high fructose corn syrup. Circulation killer number 2, refined sugars and high fructose corn syrup. Refined sugars and high fructose corn syrup are more than just sweet temptations. They're silent saboteurs of your vascular health. When you consume a soda, a flavored yogurt, or even a seemingly healthy granola bar, you're often ingesting a concentrated sugar hit that triggers a cascade of harmful effects. Here's what happens inside your body: a surge of sugar in your bloodstream forces your pancreas to release insulin. In small doses, this is normal. But when you repeatedly flood your system with refined sugar, cells become insulin resistant. That means more sugar stays in the blood, fueling chronic inflammation. Inflammation in turn damages the delicate lining of your arteries, the endothelium, making it harder for those cells to produce nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for relaxing and widening your vessels. Now consider where these sugars hide. You might assume you only get them from candy or dessert, but high fructose corn syrup finds its way into items you least expect: salad dressings labeled light, store-bought marinades, canned soups, and even breakfast cereals marketed as whole grain. That bottled iced tea you grab on the go, it can pack upwards of 10 teaspoons of sugar in a single serving. Let's break it down: 10 teaspoons. That's 10 times more than your body can handle at once without repercussions. Each teaspoon spikes your blood sugar, prompts an insulin reaction, and intensifies inflammation in your artery walls. Over time, this chronic assault erodes the elasticity of your vessels, making them stiff and narrow, exactly the conditions that force your heart to work overtime and leave you feeling perpetually drained. You'll start noticing the red flags: post-lunch crashes, that leave you longing for a nap, sudden sugar cravings that are impossible to satisfy, or even unexplained headaches and irritability. Those are warning signals from your bloodstream, early whispers that inflammation is building and your arteries are under siege. And here's a crucial point: food labels can be intentionally deceptive. Manufacturers often list sugar under 8 different names, such as dextrose, maltose, or of course, high fructose corn syrup. Unless you're vigilant, you could be consuming the equivalent of a dessert in every healthy packaged meal. As we move on, remember this: every time you choose a product free of added sugars or opt for whole unprocessed foods, you're giving your arteries breathing room to recover. You're reducing inflammation, preserving endothelial function, and protecting your nitric oxide production. Up next, we'll uncover another stealthy dietary hazard: excessive sodium in processed foods and how they quietly elevate your blood pressure and tighten your vessels. Stay tuned. Circulation killer for 3: excessive sodium in processed foods. Every time you reach for that bag of flavored chips or spoon into that canned soup, you're likely consuming more sodium than your body needs. And that extra salt is a direct threat to your blood vessels. Here's the mechanism: when sodium levels spike, your body pulls in extra water to maintain balance, increasing blood volume and putting extra pressure on your arterial walls. Over time, that continual pressure weakens vessel elasticity, narrows passageways, and forces your heart to pump harder just to keep blood flowing. But it's not just the shaker on your dining table. Today's processed foods are engineered to taste irresistible, which means sodium hides in countless items you'd never suspect. Think deli meats glazed with syrups, store-bought bread loaded with sodium-based dough conditioners, even that healthy frozen dinner marked low-fat. Each serving can contain upwards of 800 milligrams of sodium, and if you're eating several processed items a day, you've easily crossed the recommended limit long before dinner time. Let's decode a typical nutrition label together. You'll see sodium listed, but you might also see ingredients like monosodium glutamate, sodium nitrite, or sodium benzoate. Those are all forms of salt, each contributing to your total intake. And remember, labels report sodium per serving, and manufacturers define servings so small that one package may actually be 2 or 3 servings, multiplying the true sodium content without you realizing it. Inside your bloodstream, this sodium overload causes your vessels to stiffen. Imagine your arteries as elastic bands. Salt turns them into rigid cords. That rigidity impairs your ability to dilate when you need more oxygen, whether you're walking up a flight of stairs or responding to stress. The result is elevated blood pressure, persistent headaches, and that unmistakable feeling of tightness in your head and chest. You may have noticed symptoms: waking up with puffy ankles, headaches that no amount of water seems to fix, or sudden spikes in blood pressure during routine checkups. Those are red flags indicating your circulatory system is under constant strain from hidden salt bombs in your diet. By becoming label literate, spotting all forms of added sodium, and swapping processed staples for fresh whole foods, you begin to lift that burden on your arteries. In the next segment, we'll explore how your circulatory system is designed to work when given the right support, why understanding nitric oxide is critical to restoring smooth, efficient blood flow. Stay with me. Deep dive. How your circulatory system works. Your circulatory system is the highway network of your body, an intricate web of arteries, veins, and capillaries carrying life's most vital cargo: oxygen and nutrients. At the center of this network is your heart, a pump that sends oxygen-rich blood out through major arteries. Those arteries branch into smaller arterioles, then into capillaries so fine that red blood cells travel in single file, delivering oxygen to every tissue and organ. Key to this process is the endothelium, a delicate lining inside your blood vessels. Think of it as a living defensive barrier that senses pressure and releases nitric oxide, a molecule that tells the smooth muscle around your vessels to relax and widen. When nitric oxide is abundant, your arteries remain supple, allowing blood to flow freely, even when your body demands more, like during exercise or stress. But when the endothelium is damaged by trans fats, sugar-driven inflammation, or chronic sodium overload, you lose that nitric oxide boost. Damaged endothelial cells can't produce enough of this critical molecule, so vessels stay constricted, blood pressure climbs, and oxygen delivery falters. As a result, you experience fatigue brain, fog cold extremities, and even erectile difficulties, because penile tissues rely on optimal blood flow to function properly. Let's look at a simple analogy. Imagine a garden hose. When the hose is soft and flexible, water flows easily. But if the hose walls become stiff, kinked by debris, or exposed to heat, the flow slows, pressure builds, and the spray weakens. Your arteries behave the same way. Healthy, flexible vessels ensure that every cell gets what it needs. Stiff, narrowed vessels force your heart to work harder and leave tissues starved. Another critical player is blood viscosity, the thickness of your blood. High levels of sugar and unhealthy fats can increase viscosity, making blood sticky and harder to pump. That stickiness reduces circulation efficiency, risking clots, and increasing strain on your heart over time. Understanding these mechanics is vital because it shows us where to intervene. By protecting your endothelium and boosting nitric oxide production, you restore vessel flexibility, improve blood flow, and ease the workload on your heart. In the next section, we'll translate this knowledge into practical lifestyle tweaks. 5 simple habits you can adopt today to start repairing your circulatory health immediately. Reverse damage. Top 5 lifestyle tweaks to swap cooking oils for heart-healthy fats. When you replace those hydrogenated oils with extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil, you're choosing monounsaturated fats that actively support healthy endothelial function. Next time you saute your eggs or dress a salad, pour a generous tablespoon of olive oil. Your arteries will thank you. Ditch sugary beverages for infused water. Instead of grabbing that soda or sweetened tea, try water infused with fresh cucumber, lemon, or mint. Not only does it curb sugar spikes that fuel inflammation, but staying properly hydrated keeps your blood viscosity in check so your heart doesn't have to work overtime. Reduce hidden sodium by cooking from scratch. Processed foods are sodium mines, but when you cook at home, even simple meals like grilled chicken and steamed veggies, you control exactly how much salt goes in. Use herbs, spices, and citrus zest for flavor without the hidden overload of sodium. Move more with mini workouts. You don't need a gym membership to get your blood pumping. Every hour, stand up and march in place for 2 minutes, do a set of calf raises, or take a brisk walk around your home or office. These micro-sessions boost circulation and signal your vessels to stay flexible and responsive. Practice deep breathing to lower stress. The stress hormones constrict your vessels and reduce nitric oxide production. Spend 3 to 5 minutes morning and evening taking slow, deep breaths. Inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6. This simple practice calms your nervous system, lowers blood pressure, and supports healthy blood flow. Implementing these 5 tweaks creates a powerful foundation for vascular healing. Up next, we'll introduce my go-to supplement, Nitric Boost, and explain how it complements these lifestyle changes to turbocharge your circulation from the inside out. Your secret weapon for circulation and vitality. Now, even with all these diet swaps and lifestyle tweaks, there's one simple science-backed ally I recommend to every patient and myself because it supercharges your body's own circulation mechanisms. It's called Nitric Boost. Nitric Boost harnesses the power of 3 key ingredients that work in harmony to elevate your nitric oxide levels and keep your vessels relaxed and flexible all day long. First, there's L-arginine, an amino acid that serves as the direct precursor to nitric oxide. Once absorbed, L-arginine travels to your endothelial cells where it's converted by the enzyme ENOS into nitric oxide, opening the doors of your arteries wider. Next is beetroot extract, nature's vibrant source of dietary nitrates. Those nitrates are converted by bacteria in your mouth into nitrites and ultimately into nitric oxide once they reach your bloodstream. This pathway bypasses some of the common hurdles that diet and age place on your body's own nitric oxide production, giving you an extra boost, especially during times of higher demand like exercise or stress. Finally, Nitric Boost contains a potent dose of vitamin C, a powerful antioxidant that protects your newly formed nitric oxide molecules from free radical damage. By preserving nitric oxide's lifespan, vitamin C ensures that your arteries stay relaxed longer, smoothing the flow of blood even through the smallest capillaries. So how and when should you take it? I advise 1 scoop mixed into water first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. That jumpstarts your nitric oxide production for the day ahead and helps maximize absorption. On days when I'm particularly active, whether I'm tackling a long workday or fitting in a brisk walk, I'll take a second serving before lunch to maintain those elevated levels. You'll notice the difference quickly: more sustained energy, fewer midday slumps, and a tangible warmth returning to your hands and feet. And for men, the benefits extend to improved performance, because optimal blood flow is the foundation of healthy erectile function. The beauty of Nitric Boost is that it complements the natural lifestyle changes we've discussed. While diet and movement set the stage for healthy vessels, Nitric Boost fills in the gaps, ensuring that your body's circulation orchestra plays in perfect harmony. As we move on to real-life success stories, keep in mind that Nitric Boost isn't a magic pill. It's an evidence-based supplement designed to work alongside smart habits, giving you a reliable partner in your journey toward vibrant, unimpeded blood flow. Stay tuned for stories from people just like you who took control of their circulation and never looked back. Real user stories and before, just after. Meet John, a 62-year-old grandfather who struggled with constant fatigue and cold hands. When he first came to me, he could barely make it through a morning walk without stopping to rest. After eliminating hidden trans fats and added sugars and adding daily walks, plus Nitric Boost, John noticed a remarkable change within just 2 weeks. His energy soared, and his hands felt warm for the first time in years. He went from dragging through the day to keeping up with his grandkids on weekend outings. Then there's Maria, 58, who battled midday crashes that left her dizzy and unfocused at work. She confessed she drank 3 sodas every afternoon just to push through her shift. By swapping those sodas for infused water, cutting down on processed snacks, and taking Nitric Boost each morning, her blood pressure dropped, her headaches vanished, and she regained the sharp mental clarity she feared was gone forever. And let's talk about Mark, a 65-year-old avid golfer whose swing suffered because his hands would go numb on the course. He thought it was age, that nothing could be done. After adopting the 5 lifestyle tweaks, adding regular calf-raised breaks during play, and using Nitric Boost before tea time, he not only stopped the numbness, but also discovered renewed stamina in his game. These transformations aren't isolated cases. They represent thousands of success stories from people who took control of their circulation. When you pair simple dietary changes with targeted supplementation, your body responds swiftly, your arteries regain flexibility, your blood flows smoother, and everyday tasks feel easier again. Next, I'll share a bonus 7-day challenge designed to lock in these gains and jumpstart your circulation reset. If you're ready to join John, Maria, and Mark on the path to vibrant health, stick around for the details. Bonus mini challenge: 7-day circulation reset. Welcome to your 7-day circulation reset, a simple roadmap to solidify the changes you've learned and jumpstart lasting improvements. Here's your daily plan. Day 1, label audit. Read every nutrition label in your pantry. Circle hidden trans fats, added sugars, and sodium suspects. Remove 1 guilty item tonight. Day 2, oil overhaul. Swap your regular cooking oil for extra virgin olive or avocado oil. Cook all meals today with the new oil and notice the taste difference. Day 3, sugar swap. Replace any sugary drink, soda, sweet tea, or flavored coffee with infused water. Aim for at least 8 glasses of plain or infused water. Day 4, salt reduction. Cook 1 meal from scratch using fresh ingredients only. Season with herbs, spices, and citrus instead of salt. Day 5, movement breaks. Set an hourly timer. Every hour, perform 2 minutes of mini workouts, marching in place, calf raises, or gentle stretches. Day 6, deep breathing. Morning and evening, spend 5 minutes on deep breathing exercises. Inhale for 4 counts, hold 4, exhale 6. Notice your heart rate and stress levels. Day 7, Nitric Boost ritual. Take 1 scoop of Nitric Boost on an empty stomach each morning. If you feel up to it, add a 2nd dose before lunch. Document how you feel, energy, warmth, focus throughout the day. By the end of day 7, you'll have eliminated at least 3 hidden circulation killers, adopted healthier habits, and introduced Nitric Boost to supercharge your nitric oxide levels. Drop a comment below with reset complete and share your biggest wins. Your journey starts now. Myths and FAQs, busting misconceptions. You've probably heard some of these common beliefs about circulation. Let's set the record straight. Myth number 1, you need to run marathons to improve blood flow. Truth: while cardio helps small, consistent movements throughout your day, like our mini workouts offer powerful circulation benefits without the joint stress of long runs. Myth number 2. If my blood pressure is normal, my circulation must be fine. Truth. Normal resting blood pressure doesn't guarantee healthy nitric oxide production or flexible arteries. You can still have endothelial dysfunction that only shows up as fatigue or cold extremities. Myth number 3. Supplements are unnecessary if you eat well. Truth. Whole foods form the foundation, but age and lifestyle factors can limit your body's ability to convert dietary nitrates into nitric oxide. That's where targeted supplementation like Nitric Boost fills the gap. Myth number 4. Salt-free diets are bland and unsustainable. Truth. Flavorful herbs, spices, citrus zest, and salt alternatives like potassium chloride can create delicious meals while protecting your arteries. Myth number 5. Feeling cold in my hands and feet is just weak circulation with no fix. Truth. Cold extremities are a warning sign, not a permanent sentence. Addressing diet, movement, and nitric oxide directly can restore warmth and function. FAQ 1. How quickly will I notice changes? Most people report improved energy and warmth within 1 to 2 weeks of combining lifestyle tweaks with Nitric Boost. FAQ 2. Is Nitric Boost safe with my medications? In my 20 years of practice, Nitric Boost's ingredients have an excellent safety profile and rarely interact with common prescriptions, but always check with your doctor first. FAQ 3. Can I take Nitric Boost every day? Yes. For sustained benefits, I recommend daily use morning and optionally midday to maintain optimal nitric oxide levels. FAQ 4. What if I miss a dose? No worries, just resume your routine the next morning. The lifestyle changes will keep supporting your circulation even if you miss a serving. With these myths debunked and questions answered, you're armed with the knowledge and the confidence to take control of your circulatory health. Up next, a quick recap and your call to action. Stay tuned. Recap. Let's summarize what you've learned today. 3 hidden circulation killers, trans fats, refined sugars, and excessive sodium, are lurking in everyday foods, silently stiffening your arteries and sabotaging your blood flow. Your circulatory system relies on healthy endothelial function and sufficient nitric oxide to keep vessels relaxed and flexible, delivering oxygen and nutrients where they're needed most. 5 simple lifestyle tweaks: swapping cooking oils, ditching sugary drinks, reducing hidden salt, incorporating mini workouts, and practicing deep breathing provide a powerful foundation for vascular health. Nitric Boost is my go-to supplement for amplifying your body's own nitric oxide production, combining L-arginine beetroot extract and vitamin C to protect and enhance your circulation. Real users like John Maria and Mark transformed their energy, warmth, and performance by combining smart habits with targeted supplementation. And your 7-day circulation reset gives you an actionable plan to lock in these changes and kickstart a lasting revival of your blood flow. Your body is sending you clear signals: fatigue, brain fog, cold extremities, that it's time to take action. Ignoring those warnings isn't just delaying the problem, it's allowing further damage that becomes harder to reverse. Now is the moment to act. The steps you take today will determine how you feel tomorrow, next month, and years down the road. Don't let another day go by eating the very foods that choke off your vitality. Stay tuned for one final section where I'll show you how to get started right now. If you found these insights valuable, here's what to do next. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a tip that could save your health. Give this video a like if you're ready to reclaim your energy and warmth. Then head down to the description and click the link to grab your own supply of Nitric Boost. Remember, this isn't just another supplement. It's the missing piece that helps your body maximize nitric oxide production, amplifying every healthy habit you adopt. Start today, remove one hidden circulation killer from your pantry, implement one of our lifestyle tweaks, and take your first scoop of Nitric Boost tomorrow morning. Document your progress, share your wins in the comments with the hashtag #CirculationReset, and join our growing community of people transforming their lives one heartbeat at a time. Your future self will thank you for the choices you make today. Let's take control together. Click subscribe, tap that like, and let's kickstart a new chapter of vibrant health right now.